you think you'll be just fine. The band is mine. How are you gonna kick me out? What is mine? Ow! Look who it is. It's RJ Ballin back at it again with the Footballin' Podcast. Let's go, dude. Episode 7. We're right back at it again. We got plenty of stuff to talk about today. We got a packed show, dude. Very packed show, dude. It's a lot to go through, and we're gonna get right into it. But just want to say, hey, hope y'all having a good day. Hope y'all enjoying. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. I got plenty of stuff for you. And if you do like it, please subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow the channel here. I'm trying to gain some traction. You know what I'm saying? Get a little community going. So come on, guys. Let's get some subscriptions going. Like the video, share it with your buddies. You know what I'm saying? Share it around, bro. So I'm trying to grow something here. So let's get it started, man. But now we're gonna get right in. I'm gonna get right into the news, and unfortunately, the first story is gonna be a very tragic one. It's gonna be very depressing and tragic, but I promise you, it's important. It's very important, and we do need to get into it because I can't just not talk about this story. But first, what I'm gonna do is take off these ridiculous sunglasses because, first of all, I can't see because they're not prescription. Cannot see anything in them. And also, not very appropriate for the topic that we're going to be talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's a more serious topic, so I can't be looking like an idiot, you know? Oh, wow. Whoo, that's way better. Oh, my God. Okay. Whew. So, let's get into this topic, man. I'm going to put a trigger warning out right now. If you're, a victim of SA or R-wording or have any type of connection with that and you don't want to hear about this kind of stuff, then you can just skip forward if you want. I'll probably put a timestamp down below if you want to check that out. If you want to skip this part, then go on ahead. Do what you want to do. But for everybody else that wants to hear about this, I'm going to get into it right now. So, trigger warning, letting you know it's going to be, it might be triggering, dude. So Matt Ariza, Bills punter, accused of involvement in gang rape of an underage girl. It's a tragic story, dude. It's rough, man. Nobody ever wants to hear this kind of story, and I really it's not even a story I'm comfortable really talking about and getting into, but it's I feel like it's kind of a disservice for me to brush over something like this and then be yeah, let's talk about football, man. And let's get into the other stuff. Cause it's dude, this is really important. It's so important, dude. Got something on the mic. Weird. This is it's something where I need to bring it up cause it is important. It is a big deal. And also this also isn't something that we should be quiet about and we should not be talking about because it needs to be public. It needs to be out there. We all need to put it out there and really show how important it is because the worst thing you can do is brush it up under the rug, and I'm not going to do that. If I'm going to do anything on this podcast, I ain't brushing jack under that rug, dude. I ain't brushing nothing, dude. So we're going to get right into it, dude. So basically there was a lawsuit filed against Matt Ariza and two others that were involved in this incident. Apparently it happened last year when they were at San Diego State. They're still in college. It was a year before Matt Ariza even got to the Buffalo Bills, got to the NFL. Yeah, because he's a young kid. He's 22. Or 23 now, I think. But yeah, I mean, he's a young kid and everything. But that also does not excuse anything, though. I'm just so then people aren't well, that's not a real reason to. No, don't pounce on me for that, bro. I can already see it now, dude. Hey, his age has nothing to do. I'm just pointing it out that he was just in college, and allegedly at a college party. This is where this incident happened. That's kind of where the story's going. And apparently, so here's also some really interesting news is that the lawyers that were doing this investigation and on this case, they let the Bills know, the lawyers of Matt Ariza let the Bills know about this case, and they warned them about this information at the end of July, which was a month ago, right? So a month ago, the Bills already knew this information. Like, the organization they let them know, like, okay, Matt Ariza, he's, this is the case that he's involved in, and it's not looking very good for him, so. But the Bills, they kept him around though. They didn't react suddenly. They waited a whole month to make an actual move and actually do something and actually like talk about it and have the information released. It's like, why did it take so long? Like, what happened in that month? Like, why were the Bills arguably brushing it under the rug? Like, because it really seems like the Buffalo Bills really did want to push it under the rug. And that's really unfortunate because like you would think that the organization would act immediately and be like, okay, if he's involved in this, get him out of here. Like, get him out of here. He's done. Especially because he's not even like a big, like, he's not like a quarterback or like a big like star player. Even though like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because any kind of person or player or whoever it is that is involved in a case like this, like gang raping an underage girl, like. There's no excuses. There's no like you can't say anything about it. Like, it's like, even if you are a star player and like, oh, well, maybe I'll get away with it because I'm a star. No. Like, there's none of that. There's none of that, dude. This is nothing compared to Deshaun Watson. Like, it's like Deshaun Watson, like, he has like 30 allegations about like having sex with massage therapists and like the whole essay thing. But like, this is like a whole new level. This is like way different, bro. Like, this, like, even though I'm not saying the Deshaun Watson thing is not like super serious and like totally like criminalizing, because it is, but like, yeah, this is like really bad. But what I'm saying, the Buffalo Bills did kind of seem like they wanted to sweep this under the rug, and that's kind of what bothered me about this too, because they waited a whole month before even announcing anything or releasing anything. And like, so like they knew ahead of time and they didn't say nothing. And then they also had another punter competing for the job, right? They had another punter there. And last week they cut the guy. It was a Matt Hop. Matt Hop, he got cut. And then they went, no, we're going to keep Matt Ariza. Like, we're going to keep him on the roster. And it's like, dude, like 3 weeks ago from this transaction, you were like the lawyers told you he's involved in this case and it looks serious. Like, dude, you need to look into this. And they just brushed it under the rug, and then they went, well, we're gonna cut this other guy. We're gonna keep him. Like, he's our punter. We're gonna try to move on with even knowing this information. That's what really bothered me too about this. It was like, bro, why is it that like when something bad happens like this, and it's like the first reaction from the organization is like, okay, how do we cover this up? How do we brush this under the rug? Like, oh, okay, like what's our next plan of action here? It's like, dude, like, your next plan of action is get rid of the guy. Is like, get him out of here. Like, that's your plan of action, bro. Like, why is it like, it's not a hard decision at all. It's actually really not a hard decision. And so it's like, I don't know why they thought like, well, maybe we can just move on with Matt Ariza and we don't gotta say anything about her. Like what's that? Like, what's that about? Very weird to me, dude. And also, okay, so Matt Ariza's a lawyer, Kenny Armstrong, or Kerry Armstrong, my bad. This is like a quote that he said trying to defend Matt Ariza in this case. He's saying, this is a quote, it's a shakedown because he's now with the Buffalo Bills. So, I mean, this is like classic response for like rape allegations. This is like the classic response is to be like, oh, well, the woman's just lying. Oh, she's lying. Oh, she's a gold digger. She just wants to get that money. Like, oh, now that he's making NFL money, now she wants a piece of the pie. Like, dude, they always have to. That's always their defense. Every time that something like this happens, it's like, oh, well, you notice that he's an NFL player now, and oh, now, like, why didn't she say anything before? And it's like, dude, it's like so insensitive, bro. It's like, but of course, like, as the lawyer to this guy, that's like the only defense you really can make for this. So it's like, yeah, I understand that's like the only thing he can do right now, even though we all know it's BS. But like, it's still wrong, though. It's still wrong because this happens every time with some kind of rape allegation or sexual assault or whatever it is. It's always just like, oh, well, the woman's lying. The woman's lying about it. Like, yeah, she just wants money, man. She just wants my money. Like, why is that always the go-to? It's always the go-to. It's like, why? But it's like, okay, but in majority of these cases, in the majority of rape cases and sexual assault cases, what happens? Oh, the guy is actually guilty for it, though. Like, and it's like, oh, something actually did happen. Like, it's like, dude, that's what frustrates me too. It's like, bro, the majority of these cases are because somebody actually did what they're accused of. And it's like, and like, yeah, okay, yeah, there's been some cases. There's been a small minority of cases where the woman was lying about it and the guy did go to prison for it. And then now it's like a big issue. But I don't like when people take those small cases, take those minority of cases that happen like that, and then they go, oh, well, all of them are like that now. All the cases, oh, all the women are lying. They're all lying. They all want money. And like, that frustrates me, dude. I hate that so much. It's so annoying. Because like, it's like, we can't just assume every woman is lying about this. And it's also like, dude, it's a clear majority of men that actually like are doing the sexual assault and are proven to do the sexual assault. And like, that's usually what happens, dude. So like, why is it that, I mean, it's mostly men that make this argument, but why is it that we all assume that the woman's lying when, like, majority time it's not the women lying? It's like, it's a very small number of women that do lie. And it's like, I don't know. But anyways, we're going to move on here. I don't want to keep repeating myself on that. So here's what happened next, right? So this is also very interesting information because, so after all this happened, right, the police requested the victim I mean, we don't know I wouldn't even put the name out there, even if the name was out there, but we're just gonna say the victim, right? The police requested that she makes calls to the men that were involved, and the detectives on this case are gonna record those conversations and see what they can get out of it, right? And here's like the big breaking point of really what happened and why. I mean, because I've already seen this on the internet a lot, or people being like, Why are people saying these are accusations? Like, he confirmed it himself. He basically admitted to it. So it's like, so basically in these phone conversations that were recorded by detectives, they actually got something out of it because Ariza on the phone call confirmed. It said late October when this happened. He confirmed that they did have sex, and then he recommended that she gets tested for STD. That's what Matt Ariza said to the girl on the phone call while detectives are recording the call. And I mean, that already just looks so incriminating. It looks so bad. It's like, oh, dude, like literally confirmed that, like, yes, I did have sex with this girl, like saying it to her. Like, yeah, oh yeah, like we did have sex, and oh, you should probably get tested for STD, which is also like, yeah, okay, man. Like, you're a dick, dude. Like, that's, but whatever. So after that happened, in the call, she asked him, quote, and did we have actual sex? End quote. And then Ariza allegedly changed his tone and replied with this, quote, "This is Matt Ariza. I don't remember anything that happened that night." End quote. Like, bro, what? Like, dude, he really, like, so he let it spill out of his mouth that, okay, he did have sex with this girl and she probably needs to get tested for STD. And like, it's like the detectives already have that recorded. And I think once she asked that question, like trying to confirm, like, okay, like, did we have actual sex though? Like, was it actual sex or was it something else? Right? It's like, and then his brain starts working and goes like, oh no, I just exposed myself. Like, yep, I just exposed myself. And he probably realized that this is being recorded and this is going to get used against me. And now he changes his tone and goes like, "This is Matt Ariza. And I have no recollection no recollection of what happened that night. Like, it's like, dude, it's like, it's so incriminating, bro. It's like, bro, like, you're like, he realized he messed up and he let it slip out of his mouth. And then he goes like, oh no, like they got me. Like, okay, I got to try to save myself. Be like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what happened that night. I don't know. Like, yeah, okay, bro. And also like so bad just to be like, this is Matt Ariza. It's like, dude, nobody talks like this. Like, it's like so clear that he's trying to cover it up and like be like, okay, they're recording, so I'm going to say this is Matt Ariza. Then I'm going to say like, it's like he's just like, it's just, it kind of just shows how guilty he really seems to be. Like, it's not like clear video evidence of it happening or something. It's not like that damning evidence, but it's pretty close to be like, well, he literally confirmed that they had sex and like this did happen though. So like, it's looking really, really bad, dude. And also, I should add, after all this happened, very recently, the Buffalo Bills did cut Matt Ariza from the team. But of course, it's like, yeah, okay, now they cut him after trying to hide it. You know, it's like that's what's so weird, dude. It's like, oh, it's like, okay, yeah, good job for cutting Matt Ariza, but like, why didn't you do this a month ago? Why didn't you do this earlier? Why didn't we all know about this earlier? Like, it wasn't public information. Like, why did you cut that other punter to keep Matt Ariza knowing about this case and knowing how guilty he seems? It's like, dude, it's not a good look on the organization. It's a really bad look on Matt Ariza. And, you know, we're probably going to hear a lot more about this case in the further weeks. We're probably going to get some more information or if it's going to turn into an actual criminal case and he might go to prison or whatever it is. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see. But like, right now, this is all the information, and from what the information is out there right now, especially with the police phone calls that were recorded, it's looking really bad for Matt Ariza. Really, really bad. And, I mean, of course, if he really did do this, which it seems like he did, but I'm not going to, like, say it for sure yet, but it seems like if he did do this, then, yeah, he shouldn't be allowed to play football, shouldn't be allowed in the league, and he should be in prison. Like, he should be locked away. Like, that's all it is. And like, that's like, end of discussion. That's all it should be if he really did do this, which it seems like he did. So it's really tragic, dude. And like, it just sucks that these kind of things happen so often. Like, it's just so heartbreaking that these kind of cases come up. And then, of course, when it's like you think that a guy is a good guy, like you think like, oh yeah, he's a cool guy, and oh, he's nice, and it's like, wow, like he wouldn't do anything wrong, and then just like, oh, he's doing like the most wrong thing ever. And it's like, oh, yikes! Like, it's so disappointing and sad that we even have to talk about like rape cases and sexual assault cases when like these things shouldn't be happening. Like, these shouldn't be a thing, but unfortunately they are. And unfortunately, we haven't worked that out of our society yet, because clearly it's still around. And it's like, eventually, I hope one day we can get past all of this and to where we can all act like civilized, like actually civilized human beings, instead of just savage animals. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe we can get to that point one day in the future, but right now, I don't know, dude. I don't know if we can get there. Like, it just looks like these guys just will not stop. They just will not stop, and they're just going to keep doing this. So, it's really depressing. But anyways, you know, we need to move on from this, right? We need to move on from the story. At least I talked about it. At least I got it out there, because it needs to be talked about. People need to hear about this. So I feel like it's important for me to put it out there. Here's another story which, it's a lot less depressing and a lot less sad, but it's still like a very big problem. And it's another thing that I need to talk about again, because there's more bad stuff happening. What's new in the NFL? More bad stuff happening. More bad people doing bad things. Like, it's It's the same old story, dude. It's the same old story as every freaking year, dude. Like, man. So, okay, here we go. Let's get into it, dude. Aaron Donald in a heated practice fight in a team. It's a team practice fight against another team, right? And there's a video, like literally he's caught on video holding two players' helmets that he must have ripped off ahead of time, because we didn't see the point where he's actually ripping them off, but we see the video where he's literally swinging two helmets at people's heads, and just in a big, of course, like everybody's fighting and everything, but like the fact that like fighting is one thing, dude, like pushing each other around, maybe you're throwing a punch or you're getting grabby or whatever. Like, okay, like that's not acceptable. Like, you shouldn't be fighting, but like, it's a little more acceptable than like literally like you're using helmets, like actual NFL helmets, as weapons to hit somebody over the head with, which is like, do you not realize how dangerous that, like, dude, he doesn't even realize how insanely dangerous that is. To be like no, it's not only like, oh, I might hit him in the head and it might really hurt, or like whatever. It's like, no. It's like, if you hit him in the head hard enough with the back of this helmet, there's a chance of death. There's a chance of this guy not living anymore, bro. And then that murder is on your hands, motherfucker. So like, dude, that's how serious it can get. Even though I'm happy to say that nobody got seriously injured from this fight. With like, thank God that nobody got seriously injured. And like, of course, like you're very lucky, Aaron Donald. You're very lucky, because it could have gotten so bad. It could have gone from just like, okay, people got a little heated and then started a little fight, to all of a sudden like, well, now somebody's dead. Like, now somebody died because of this. And like and it's on your hands, dude. So I'm glad that didn't happen. I'm glad that we don't have to even talk about that or deal with that. But I'm just bringing that up. I'm just bringing it up because it's a real possibility. It's a real thing, dude. Like, it absolutely can happen. It's like, dude, it's basically the equivalent of pulling out a hammer in a fight and just hitting someone over the head with a fucking hammer. Like, dude, I mean, like, you can't do that, bro. You can't just like, bro, it's another thing about like people just acting like savage animals, dude. It's like, bro, like, why are we going back? Why are we regressing back to a caveman like time where we're acting like savages? It's like, bro, like, I understand these, like, okay, I understand the whole fighting in practice and how it can get heated. I understand it though. Like, it's like, I'm not saying that like players can't be emotional and players can't get heated in the moment, because they're playing an insanely physical sport. It's insanely physical, and some guys, like when you're real physical in a big scruff like that, like the motions that are running high. Motions are running real high, and it's really intense, super intense, right? Because you're going full live practice, full pads, like you're going all out. You're going all out to throw this other guy on the ground, and it's very physical sport. So like when someone gets a little too physical and a little too handsy, or they start throwing people around a little too hard, then some people their emotional states get crazy. They get out of whack. And especially with these players that are full of testosterone, and they're big macho men, big macho guys, and like, complete meatheads. Like when it comes to meatheads, a lot of meatheads, like, first response to something like this is like, oh, we're gonna fight, bro. Like, I'm gonna beat your ass, bro. Like, that's like their first instinct is like, oh, fight. Like, oh, like, throw hands. That's like their first instinct. And like, dude, I get it, bro. I understand. Like, it's like, I'm not saying that players can't be emotional or players can't get heated. Like, it's like they can, but you also need to control yourself though. You can't just like completely let yourself off the leash and be like, oh, I'm just gonna go crazy. Like, I'm just gonna be a psychopath and just start hitting people with helmets. Like, no, dude, like, that's not acceptable to anyone in any situation at all. Like, that's never, ever, ever, ever acceptable. Like, in any way, dude. Like, it's so it's just like you're just regressing to a caveman, dude. You're just like I don't know, dude. I feel like there's no excuse for that, bro. It's like, okay, like I'll say that, I'm not saying like I played like professional football or I played college football or whatever it is. Like I can't really compare it to that. The only thing I can compare it to is playing high school football, and I was a quarterback, so like I wasn't the one getting all physical and handsy, right? I'm the quarterback, so like I'm not doing all that. But I remember, plenty of times in practice, where people start getting in like real fights, like actual real fights, where you're throwing hands, you're beating the shit out of each other. Like the big dudes on the line, hey, it was like almost every practice they're fighting. It's like almost every practice they're getting heated and they're getting physical, and then they're throwing people on the ground and they're punching people on the ground, and like the coaches have to break it up, and like, so it's like I've seen it live in front of my face. I have seen it. Like it's not that I don't even understand that part. I do understand because I know how heated it does get in practice, especially when you're going live, full pads, going all out. I get it, dude. I get it, bro. But like, there's still zero excuse for using weapons, like using a helmet as a weapon to hit somebody in the head. Like that's unacceptable. Like I don't care how off your rocker you are or whatever, or how like psycho you got in the moment, or like just because you got so angry. It's not acceptable, bro. Like like you don't get to do that and get away with it, bro. Like no, you need to have punishment. And that's my thing with this, because Myles Garrett, as we all know, as football fans know, a couple of years ago, we saw live on television, like all of America watched Myles Garrett rip off Mason Rudolph's helmet and bash him over the head with it live on television. We all saw it. And he got suspended, right? So he got suspended indefinitely. And that's the thing. It's like, yeah, so Myles Garrett. Oh, I thought I had a burp coming up. Okay. So Myles Garrett, he got suspended for like the whole year for what he did, for hitting Mason Rudolph with a helmet, right? But the difference is that Myles Garrett did that while all of America was watching. All of America was watching live. There was no like cutting that out or anything. It's live. There's no going back. We all saw it. And then the NFL is like, well, everybody saw it, so we're going to have to suspend him now, Like that's their reaction to it, right? But why is that not the same? And the reason why it's not the same energy towards Aaron Donald is because it's in a practice. It's not in a live game. Not all of America's watching this, because like you're just seeing a practice. And luckily somebody was filming a video of this fight that was actually there for the practice, because without that video, we wouldn't have known about this. Because I guarantee if that video didn't come out, that this all would have been pushed under the rug, because the Rams don't want to punish Aaron Donald, and because that's their best player. Like, and they don't want something like Aaron Donald be suspended for the rest of the year, because they need that guy. And like I bet you 100% guarantee that they would brush this all under the rug, just so then Aaron Donald can play in their games and win games for them. I know that's what would happen. I know how these NFL organizations work, and that's what they would do if that video wasn't released. But thank God, whoever released that video, thank God, because you are a saint for putting that out, because like we did need to see this. And that's the thing too. It's like Myles Garrett, we saw it all live on television. Okay, but like this video gets out on the internet. Everybody sees it on the internet because it gets around like wildfire, goes viral. Everybody sees it. So like, okay, we all did see it though. So we all saw what happened. So why is there no punishment? Why is there no punishment? Because I know for me and other NFL fans that I've seen on the internet, I know a lot of people are being like, yo, like NFL, what are you doing? Like can you do something about this? And the NFL's response is basically, well, it's a practice. It's just a practice fight. So since it's practice, we're gonna let the actual team, we're gonna let the LA Rams, the team, deal with this situation. And it's like, okay, so basically you're saying you're gonna do nothing. You're just gonna let this happen, right? Because like you're just saying like, yeah, it's up to the Rams if they want to do something about it. And then of course Sean McVay in a press conference, the head coach for the Rams. So he's getting pressed about this, of course, right? They're all being like, so what's gonna happen? What are you guys gonna do to Aaron Donald? And all he would say over and over and over again in this press conference was like, we're handling it. We handled it. Like we're handling Aaron Donald. And like he would just keep repeating that in the press conference, like he's Bill Belichick being like, we're on to Cincinnati. Like he just wouldn't stop saying, we handled it, move on. And he's doing the same thing, pushing it under the rug. He's still trying to push it under the rug. The whole organization is. It's like, bro, and then they're saying, oh, we handled it. No, you didn't. Because like, what are you going to do? Suspend him? Like the team itself is going to suspend Aaron Donald? No, they're not. They're not going to do anything, dude. Oh yeah, we handled it. Like, okay, would you have a stern conversation with him? Is that what happened? Like, hey, young man, you better stop acting out, man. We're going to put you in timeout. Like, what's the punishment? What are you doing? Like I know there's no punishment. There's not, like, nothing is going to happen to Aaron Donald at all. Nothing is going to happen. Like, they're going to brush it under the rug, and they know, because people's attention spans are so tiny in today's world, that everyone's going to forget about this in a couple days. They're probably going to forget about this, yeah, even sooner than that. People are going to forget, and then they're going to move on, especially when the NFL comes back with the regular season coming up, when the actual regular season and real games are being played. And as soon as that happens, oh, nobody will be talking about this. 0 people will be talking about this. And it's going to get pushed under the rug like normal, like everything else in the NFL. It's going to get pushed under the rug, and then they're going to do nothing about it, and Aaron Donald's going to play every single game this year, and the NFL is just going to sit there and watch as their players act like complete savage animals, and they're not going to do anything about it, dude. Like, it's so frustrating, bro. It's so frustrating, dude. Man. Oh, and also a little side note. So there's a lot of information about Lyle Collins from the Bengals. He's an old lineman for the Bengals. Used to be a long time for the Dallas Cowboys. He's pretty popular, but Lyle Collins, apparently from what I've heard and from what I've seen in from certain sources where I was doing research, they're saying that Lyle Collins like started the whole fight. And he's like, oh, well, he was the one that threw Leonard Floyd's helmet. He threw his helmet, and then it started a whole thing, and like whatever. It's like, okay, it's like, dude, okay, like why is that like a defense for Aaron Donald? To be like, well, Lyle Collins started it though. Like, bro, okay, suspend both of them. Then. I don't care, dude. Like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. Okay, suspend Lyle Collins for the rest of the year. Suspend Aaron Donald for the rest of the year. Because it's like, dude, y'all got to make a statement. Like, NFL needs to make a statement to be like, we don't accept this behavior. And that's what they're doing. Like, NFL, they tried to do that with Myles Garrett. They did suspend him. But then now it happens again, and then they go, nah. We'll just sit here and do nothing about it. It's like, oh, okay, so I guess you guys allow this to happen. Because now it's going to happen more. It's like, I guarantee it's going to happen more. Some other player's going to do it too. They're going to start swinging helmets around and start bashing people over the head. And something really bad might happen where people are actually seriously injured or dead. And then it's going to be on the NFL's hands. It's going to be on their hands because they didn't do anything about it before. And it's like, dude, you guys need to set the precedent. And it's like, and NFL loves setting precedents. They usually love setting precedents because, like, same thing with Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley was betting on his own team on the side last year, doing sports bets, and then they found out about it, and then they suspended him for the whole year, for this whole year, this upcoming one. They go, oh, you can't play a single game, you're done. Like, for the sports bets, bro, for the gambling, dude. Like, who cares? Honestly, who cares about that? I really don't even care about that. Like, bro, it's like, dude, this is a much more serious issue, and you're just gonna brush it under the rug. But then for Calvin Ridley, it's like, well, we need to set a precedent. Like, we need to make sure that no other players are betting on the games. Like, we're gonna scare off all the players from doing that. It's like, well, how about you scare off the players from like injuring people and like assaulting people? How about that though? Like, how about do something about that? But like, they don't want to do that. And then they go, oh, leave it up to the Rams. The Rams aren't gonna do nothing. It's so frustrating, dude. Like the NFL, bro. Oh man. Like hey man, I love football. I love the NFL. It's why I do a podcast. Like it's literally why I make a podcast, because I love it so damn much. But it's so frustrating when I have to see rape allegations and I have to see sexual assault and I have to see guys bashing people over the head with helmets and like in domestic violence, and just like I have to see all this bullshit all the time. And then now I got to talk about it because it's important to talk about. So now I have to talk about it. And then it's like, bro, like the NFL is just a joke sometimes. The NFL is just such a joke sometimes, dude. It pisses me off. It's like, bro, like, can't we just all be civilized human beings and just play football, bro? Like that's what I'm in it for. That's why I do this, because I love the game. It's a children's game. Like, we're playing a children's game and talking about it, and it should be a fun thing, and it should be a nice, innocent, wholesome, fun thing, and it's not. And like, it's not, because like all these real insane allegations and all these cases and all these things happen that make it just so hard to support, so hard to watch. Because like, it's just one after another, just bad things happen, dude. But so we're gonna move on here, because I actually want to get to exciting things, like actual football stuff. But I just figured, let's just cover the bad stuff first, because it's the most important things to talk about, and people need to hear it. So let me get that out, and then now I got it out, okay? So now it's all out there, and we're gonna really get into the fun stuff. Now we're gonna get into the stuff that I really want to talk about, because this is what I live for, dude. This is what I love right here. This right here. So let's get into the good stuff, right? So Baker Mayfield gets named the starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers, dude. Let's go. Woo! Like, dude, I'm rooting for Baker Mayfield. I'm telling you that right now, bro. I'm rooting for this guy, because I've always liked him ever since he got drafted. I liked him in college. Like, just personality alone, I like this guy. Because like, he's gritty. He's, he's not afraid to like, I love, because other quarterbacks talk like robots. And I've said that on this show before. Like, dude, I do not like when quarterbacks are just so like, they're just like so political with everything they say. And, I don't want to say anything that gets me, controversy. And just like, no, dude, I hate that, dude. Like, it's so annoying to me, because like every answer they give is bullshit. Like, that's what I don't like. But like Baker Mayfield, he speaks his mind. He's actually when he talks on press conferences, he talks on social media, like whenever we hear from this guy, like, he's not giving political answers. He's talking like himself. He's being himself, speaking his own views and values. And like, I love that, dude. I love quarterbacks that can do that. And especially because he got screwed. Like, even though it's a little bit on him just for playing that last season through injury. It's a little bit on him, right? I can't just blame one side, but like, the Cleveland Browns did screw him over too. And then of course they're like, we want Deshaun Watson. And then Baker is like offended by that, because he should be offended by that. And like, because they're literally talking about Baker publicly, being like, well, we want like a more adult in the room. And then it's like, okay, well, you're really gonna sit here and tell me that Deshaun Watson's more of an adult than Baker Mayfield, dude? Like, I don't even want to get into that whole thing, because that's so criminal. But like, how are you gonna do my boy dirty like that, bro? Like, don't do Baker like that. That's so messed up, dude. And then like, and I think Baker had a pretty mature response to that when that happened. Like, and he was clearly offended by it and was like, I was like, okay, like, you guys clearly don't want me anymore. You guys clearly have a problem with me. So like, make the move. Go ahead. Go get Deshaun then. Like, whatever. Like, Like, dude, like if you're gonna do that, then get me out of here. Like, I'll find another team and I'll do way better with them. Like, that's fine. Because like Cleveland's a dumpster fire. Cleveland's always a dumpster fire. No matter how much talented players they have, they're always a dumpster fire, and they always will be a dumpster fire because the ownership and the management is always terrible, and it's always going to be dysfunction. So Baker's better off getting out of there, dude. I'm happy for him, bro. Even though Carolina, is it the best spot? No, but like there's things I like about Carolina. I think they have a pretty decent team. I like Matt Rule. I think I like Matt Rule. I mean, like it's kind of hard to tell when they've had no quarterback there to actually run the offense. That's frustrating. So like I understand that, but like I think I like the coach. I mean, he seems like he knows what he's doing. The GMs has drafted a lot of good players in the last couple of years there. So okay. I think that I don't think Carolina is a dumpster fire like Cleveland is, and I think that even if they don't have the most talented roster, I think Baker can thrive. I think Baker can actually thrive with his team, and I'm glad that he's a starting quarterback. I'm glad that they already named it even before the games come because, dude, let's be real. Like, if you really thought that the Carolina Panthers were going to start Sam Darnold over Baker Mayfield, you're an idiot. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm sorry to break the news to you, but yeah, you're kind of an idiot if you actually thought that Sam Darnold might start over Baker Mayfield because Baker Mayfield is he's 3 levels above Sam Darnold when it comes to playing quarterback. Like Baker is just way, way, way more talented, way better. Like just makes way better decisions. Like it's not even close, dude. It's really not even close to me. And I feel like a lot of people out there make it seem like it's a close thing, or it's really just because Baker haters just cannot stand him. And I'm sure I'm gonna get hate for even saying that they're idiots. I'm sure I will. Just for saying like you're an idiot if you think he could actually start. And I'm sure Baker haters are gonna go crazy, but like whatever, dude. Like you guys are delusional. You're completely delusional, dude. Because Baker Mayfield is such a better quarterback. You can't just look at last year when he played insanely injured, when he shouldn't have been out there, but he wanted to fight through it and be like, I want to be out here for my team. I want to play these games. I want to try to help us win. Like, I'm going to try to push through it. And it was a bad idea because he just kept getting more and more injured and more banged up. And then he put bad film out. As a result of that, he puts bad film out. So that's why when you're that injured, don't play. You have to sit down, bro. You cannot play, dude. Because you're only going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt your own potential. Like, don't do that, dude. So, like, I don't agree with Baker playing through that because it really hurt him. It hurt him a lot to do that. Like physically and as like the perception of him, it also got hurt. Because now people think that he's just a bum. People just think like, oh, Baker's a bum. Oh no other NFL team wanted him. Nobody wanted him. Like, dude, all that talk is so annoying to me. It's like, dude, I would love to check back after this year ends, after this football season ends. I would love to check back with these same Baker haters and be like, okay, now tell me, dude. Like, tell me how bad he is. Tell me how much of a bum he is. Because he's not. And I assure you he's going to impress you all. I assure you Baker is going to impress everybody. I know he will, dude. Especially because even what I've seen from this preseason, just from he hasn't been out there that much, right? He hasn't got a lot of time out there. Of course, because they know he's a starter. They're not going to play him a lot. But we've seen him out there, and when I've seen him out there in this preseason with the Panthers, look, I understand he's going against like second string defense, or he's not going against like starting defenses in these games, right? But I'm just telling you, dude, he looks healthy. That's the most important thing. He looks so healthy now. He looks like he's right back to how he used to be, and he's also been showing he's insanely accurate again because he's always been really really accurate. Like. He's kind of always had that besides the last year when he was injured. But, like, Baker's really showing, like, he's comfortable in the pocket. He's making good decisions. He's not just throwing the ball to the other team, and he's making big throws. And, he's showing it, dude. He's showing you right now. And I know Baker Mayfield plays with a big chip on his shoulder. Baker Mayfield is the ultimate underdog. He's the ultimate underdog. And I don't know how you can't root for an underdog like that. I don't know how you don't root for that guy. Like, I love it, dude. And I've already seen a lot from this preseason where I'm like, I'm feeling comfortable about him, bro. I'm feeling like he's going to do really well with Carolina, dude. I feel like I like what's going on here, dude. And I want to show you this video down here of a certain play. I think this is the best play that he had in the preseason, because it just shows how he can operate this offense and how he's ready to be quarterback. He's showing that he has experience, dude. His experience is showing, dude, because of this play right here. So he drops back, and a lot of things on the left side is getting covered up, right? Like it's not like there's people just running wide open everywhere. It's like, no, like he's looking through his progressions. You can see that he's going like, okay, that one's covered next. That one's covered next. That one's okay. That one, and then he gets to his man. He finds his third or fourth guy right over here. He's running. He's doing a little streak right up the middle of the field, and he exposes that zone coverage, and then Baker is like, okay, I'm not just gonna throw it right to his chest or try to throw it right where we're thinking that he's gonna throw it, because if he throws it to the left of the receiver where like he probably would have before, maybe, then there's a chance that it gets picked off or gets broken up or whatever, because there's a safety roaming around on that side, and he possibly could get over there and snipe it, or get in the way of it or whatever, right? But Baker Mayfield makes a very smart, great, accurate throw where he's like, I'm going to throw it to the right side of you. Like, I'm going to place the ball exactly where you want it on the right side. Receiver flips, do a little flip of his hips, gets to the other side. Safety from the left side can't block that now. That safety can't do anything about that throw now, because Baker placed it perfectly on the other side to get it away from that safety, and even the defender on the other side is too far away to even get there yet. So like Baker knew, like, I can fit this ball right in this specific spot, and my guy's gonna go get it, and we're gonna score a touchdown right here. And it's like, it was a beautiful throw. It was great placement of the ball, and just that whole thing of like, instead of throwing it to the left, I'm gonna throw it to the opposite side and give him a little more room where it's a safer pass. That shows the experience. That shows that Baker's learned. He's learned from his mistakes in the past. He's showing that he can make NFL type throws. Those are NFL throws. Those are like insanely awesome, accurate NFL throws, and I'm sure we're gonna see a lot more of that, dude. Like, we're gonna see a lot more of that. That like, to me, that's a high level throw, dude. Like, to know exactly where to place the ball to get it, to put it in the safest place possible where it's not going to get picked off or it's not going to get broken up. He knows exactly where to place it, and he had to go through all those progressions to get to that guy. That's what is so impressive about it. That's why I love that, because he had to go through all of his progressions. He stood tall in the pocket. He's very comfortable. He looks super comfortable out there. Like, I love what's going on. Of course, he didn't have a bunch of pressure in his face and whatever. It was a clean pocket. So, like, yeah, okay, he's comfortable because there's not some guy sacking him or whatever. Like, okay, but I mean, like we've seen even in the other throws that he had in this last game, there was times where he had guys in his face. There was times where he's getting pressured, and he's still throwing darts. He's still ripping darts, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. He's looking real nice, bro. He's looking really nice. So I'm rooting for Baker. I'm hoping that he's going to have a great season. I want to see him do good and prove the Browns wrong, that he is the adult, dude. He is the adult. He's mature, he's experienced, and he can play, and he can ball out, dude. So here's another thing from that exact game. So when Sam Darnold enters the game, Sam Darnold gets down the field, and then they're on the goal line. And Sam Darnold does a play, not a play action, a read option where he's reading it. He might hand it off to the running back, or he might take it himself for the run. So everybody bites on the running back. They're all fall for it. So he tucks it and runs all the way to the left outside, trying to get to the sideline to get into that touchdown. He has one guy to beat, and it's a corner, and the corner is one-on-one with Sam Darnold, chasing him one-on-one, dude. And this corner gets stiff-armed by Sam Darnold. Stiff-armed by Sam freaking Darnold, dude. and Sam Darnold still gets the touchdown. Like, bro, are you like that? That's just embarrassing. That's just flat out embarrassing for you to get stiff armed by Sam Darnold, dude. That's disgusting, dude. Like, that's wow, bro. That's like getting stiff armed by like Peyton Manning on a run. Like, dude, like at least Sam Darnold's a little more athletic, but on this play, I've seen Sam run better than this. But like he was running so clumsy and so slow. Like Sam Darnold was so painfully slow running this ball, and he literally looked like he shit his pants. Like he looked like he shit his pants, and then he's like waddling into the in the goal line to get the touchdown, and just casual stiff arm on this cornerback, and like, okay, dude, if you're that corner, dude, and you get stiff armed by Sam Darnold, I'm sorry, bro, but you're not making the roster, dude. Like, hey, good luck to you, man. I hope you find another destination and you have a good career and everything. I wish the best for you. But I'm telling you right now, dude, like, you are not making that roster, my guy. You are not making that roster if you get stiff armed by Sam Darnold. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, you literally got stiff armed by a grandpa that shat his pants. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's bad, dude. It's real bad. So here's a guy that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. So in the last couple weeks of preseason, for some reason I haven't been talking a lot about Desmond Ritter, and I know some people have been asking me in the comments about Desmond Ritter too. So I really wanted to really talk about him in an actual give him his own segment to talk about, because Desmond Ritter has really, really impressed me, dude, over this preseason. I wasn't too sure what to expect from him. I was like, I don't know, dude. I was like, yeah, Marcus Mariota's there and everything, but he might need some more time, or maybe they're gonna sit him a little longer this year, then maybe he'll play later, or whatever. Because I don't know if he's really ready. But dude, from what I've seen these last 3 weeks from Desmond Ritter, even though it's preseason, he's going against second string, third string, whatever. I get it, dude. It's not like he's playing starting defense, but I'm seeing all good things from Desmond Ritter. I'm seeing great things from Desmond Ritter, actually. Poise in the pocket is beautiful. He's so comfortable out there. He's not jittery. He's not panicking. I haven't seen this guy panic once. Haven't seen him panic. He's playing great, bro. He's and I love the way the ball comes out of his hands. He has a quick release. The ball's coming out with power and authority. And that's important, dude. The ball coming out with authority is so important, because that shows the confidence. Desmond Ritter is clearly confident in what he's doing. He's not second guessing himself. He's not overthinking anything. He hikes the ball, he steps back, he goes, okay, open guy, boom, right there, dude. Right on the money, right into the hands. Just hits him right between the numbers. Dude, that's what I want to see. And he did that so consistently through all 3 preseason games. Okay, yeah, was he perfect? No, he wasn't perfect. He had an interception. He's had some off throws here and there, but it's so little. It's so little compared to all the great things I've seen from him already, dude. I love Desmond Ritter now. I'm bought in. You sold me, dude. You sold me on it, bro. I love it. Desmond Ritter looks really, really good, dude. And I'm going to say it right now. Desmond Ritter, just athletic ability, poise in the pocket, everything, the mobility, his running ability is great. Improvising, he fits in that offense because they're doing a lot of play action. It's a really good fit all around, and it's a really good situation to where I feel you know what, dude? I think in the first week or two, I was you know what? Maybe Desmond Ritter, they don't have to rush him out there. Oh, I got a burp coming up. My bad. So I was thinking before, you know what? They don't got to rush Desmond Ritter out there. You know what? Just let Marcus Mariota play 3 or 4 weeks and then see how he does, and then maybe put Ritter in. But now, after watching him for 3 weeks for Desmond Ritter, dude, I feel he might actually have the best chance of starting week 1. Out of all of the other rookie quarterbacks that are sitting behind veteran quarterbacks, I actually do think like Desmond Ritter has a chance to be like the starter week 1, to actually really start for this team. And like I feel like you might as well, bro, because like if the rookie quarterback you have sitting behind your veteran is just as good as that veteran, or if not better with potential, then like why not just put him out there from the get-go? Why not though? Like put him out there, get him, because if he's already that good, you want to get him game reps. You want to give him as much reps in a live game against starters as much as you can to work out those rookie mistakes, because he's going to have rookie mistakes like every other rookie ever. They're all going to have rookie mistakes. So you want to get those out fast. Get those out in the beginning of the season. So then by the end of the season, he's already played 16, 17 games, and now he's playing really good because he's already made all those rookie mistakes earlier in the season. That's why I say, why not put him out there already? Like, put him out there. Because, like, he's pretty equal to Mariota, if not better. So just let him start the whole season and see how he does, right? Like, you might as well, dude. And here's a great example, too, of this exact thing happening last year. So the Patriots going into the draft and the preseason and everything, they had Cam Newton on the roster. Cam Newton was like their starting quarterback. And, you know, Cam Newton, he's had a lot of struggles playing in New England. Like, it was not pretty, right? But, you know, he's still a veteran quarterback, and he still has the ability to play. It's not like he can't play at all, right? But you know, they drafted Mac Jones. The Patriots drafted Mac Jones first round. And going through training camp, practice, preseason, the Patriots started loving Mac Jones. They started going like, okay, like Mac Jones is actually showing us he's already at Cam Newton's level of playing quarterback, if not a little bit better already. So they said like, okay, we're just gonna cut Cam Newton. Like, oh, we don't need Cam Newton actually, because Mac Jones looks ready to play. Like, so they cut Cam Newton. They let Mac Jones start every game that season. And, you know, hey, he had a pretty good rookie season, bro. Like honestly, he didn't make that many rookie mistakes. He had a couple rough games. He had a couple rough games where it wasn't pretty. But like, dude, I feel like it was the right decision to cut Cam and just let Mac take all the reps and take all the reps in live games and going against the starters, because that's only going to help him this year. This year coming up now, Mac Jones will be so comfortable going into second year because he's already had rookie mistakes and he's already gotten better and he's had all the experience now. So now he's really ready, and he can probably make a big jump from year 1 to 2. So that's why I think that's a perfect example for kind of what's going on in Atlanta right now, where it's like, I'm not saying cut Mariota, but I'm saying you don't have to start Mariota from the get-go. Like, I have no problem putting Desmond Ritter as the starter week 1. Like, I think he should start actually. And like, you know, he really has the best chance at this point. I think he has the best chance out of all the rookie quarterbacks. So I really like him. He's impressed me a lot. So I'm glad I got to talk about Desmond Ritter a bit. So here's another guy that I've talked about a lot, actually. I've talked about him probably like every episode so far, ever since preseason started. Because, like, how do you not talk about this guy? How do you leave this guy out of the discussion? Like, it's like he's only impressing me more and more. So Malik Willis is making a case to be a starter in Tennessee, dude. He's making his case, bro. I'm telling you right now, dude. And dude, it's the same thing when I was saying, like, on the last topic, week 1 of preseason, week 2 of preseason, I was still saying like, you know, like Ryan Tannehill is much better than Malik Willis, and like he's gonna keep his starting spot, and like I wouldn't bet on Malik Willis starting or like winning the starting spot or whatever. I'm changing my opinion a little bit here. I'm not gonna fully say like they should start Malik Willis week 1. Like, I'm not saying that yet. I think that might be a little too far, a little too reactionary to say that. But I will say though that Malik Willis is showing so much potential and promise and he's showing so much ability where it's like, damn, you really got to think about it though. Like you got to consider it now because like maybe you have Ryan Tannehill like play 4 games, 6 games, 8 games. Maybe you have him play like a certain amount of games in the season, but do I see Tannehill starting all 17 games this season? I don't know anymore, bro. I don't really think so anymore at this point. I feel like Malik's probably going to get in there sometime this season. He's going to get in there. I don't know if it's going to be early or late or whatever it is. But I'm seeing it now, dude. I'm really, really seeing it now. Like every week Malik is getting better. Every week he's showing so much more promise. Because week 1, I had a lot of criticism for him. I was like, yeah, he made like 2 good plays and everything else was pretty bad. And he was throwing picks and like or picks that were being dropped by corners. So he got lucky, but you know, it looked pretty rough week 1. Week 2 was way more impressive. He wasn't throwing a lot of risky passes and weird passes, and he was running less into sacks, which I liked. And then now this week 3, he's shown like, okay, did he run into a couple sacks? Yes. Did he make a couple bad throws? Yes. But like he's showing that the majority of his play is really, really good. And he's jumping off the screen, like literally jumping off the screen to me, dude. So in week 3, Malik Willis threw 15 to 23 passes completed, 131 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He also rushed 4 times for 79 yards, and 50 yards was from 1 run, 1 big explosive run that he had. So I'm going to show you that video right now of that because this right here is like Lamar Jackson shit. This is like literally Lamar Jackson. Like it's like, dude, we've seen this before, motherfucker. Like it's looking really like this play is really impressive to me, dude. So, you know, like pocket starts crumbling almost immediately. It starts like closing in on him almost immediately. You can tell. And then he goes, you know what? Screw it, dude. Like I see a gap in the middle. I'm just going to run up the middle and I'm going to get out of here. So he gets out of that pocket really fast in a hurry. He's streaking down the field, like literally burning defenders that are running. Like he's running right past these guys, burning people, getting all the way upfield, untouched, not touched at all. Like literally flying down the field, right? Super fast. And I was like, dude, okay, it's looking like Lamar right now. It's like literally looking like a Lamar play. And then he, like, once he gets downfield and like some defenders come from the left side, then he makes a little stutter step and breaks out to the right side and starts taking it towards the sideline and gets even more yards and gets more out of it. And then he almost scores a touchdown too. Like if he had like if he was like ahead by a second or so, that's probably a touchdown. Like, but eventually he does get caught up by like the 5-yard line or whatever. And, you know, they finally get a grasp on him. But like the fact that he was able to break out of that pocket so fast, burn everybody down the field, make that little stutter step, break out to the right side, get more yards, get even like way more yards than he should have, and then makes a great play. It's just a great run, dude. It's like that kind of athletic ability, not every quarterback has, dude. And I'm telling you right now, Ryan Tannehill definitely doesn't have that ability. Like that's for damn sure. Ryan Tannehill definitely does not run like that. He does not run like this boy. This boy is a different animal, dude. He's a different breed. And Malik Willis, just off athletic ability alone, is already making a case that he should be starting quarterback sometime this season. Like, he's making a big case for it, man. And actually, what I think, Malik Willis, from what I'm seeing from him, he actually kind of fits this offense better than Ryan Tannehill. When you really think about it, like, because Tennessee Titans, of course, they rely on their big O-line. They've always had a really big O-line, and they have Derrick Henry. He like the best running back in the NFL, and he's a big boy, and he takes a lot of attempts, a lot of rushes, right? So Tennessee loves playing through the run and playing good defense. That's it. That's really the Mike Vrabel specialty. Is like, we're gonna play really good defense, we're gonna run the ball a lot, and we're gonna win games. Like that's their formula. And then they just need Ryan Tannehill to make like 2 or 3 big throws, and that's all they need. That's all they need to win games, right? because Derrick Henry is so amazing. The old line's so good. They're gonna kill people with the run anyway. But Malik Willis actually fits the offense better than Ryan Tannehill to me, because like with his athletic ability, because they're already such a heavy running team. Now you get play action, you get Malik Willis on the move, and it's dangerous. Like that's a dangerous offense right there, dude. Even though the receiver talent right now is not great there, like we'll see how Treylon Burks is. I don't know really what to expect from him, especially as a rookie. I don't know, but oh, the burps are coming up. So Malik Willis, he seems like he's a better fit. Like you get him on play action, you get him rolling out. He's running the ball himself. They can do read option with Derrick Henry and Malik Willis. Like, dude, imagine read option with Malik Willis and Derrick Henry. Like, who are you gonna try to stop, bro? Who are you gonna try to stop? Like, because you probably have to stop Derrick Henry, of course, because he's that guy. But dude, you can't let Malik Willis get free. You can't let him get free. Like, nah, bro. No. You can't let that happen, bro. Because we've already seen like that 50-yard run in the Cardinals game. Malik Willis can take it to the house. He can make the moves downfield and get out of there. And he has the speed to get down there too. Like you can't let Malik Willis get free on a read option, and you can't let Derrick Henry get on you. So that's a dangerous attack, and I would love to see a lot more of that in this next season. So I'm kind of hoping that happens. I'm hoping that Malik Willis can really win that starting job at some point in the season, whenever it is. And I want to see him and Derrick Henry on the same field. Like, that's what I want to see, dude. And I'm sure Tennessee Titans fans, let me know if that's what you want to see, because I'm sure that excites you as much as it does for me. It's a cool thought. It's a cool thought, dude. So, we're getting to the end of the show here, but I wanted to show you a couple of videos. They're relevant to football too. It's not just random. I'm showing you a couple of videos, and it's more for fun or whatever. It's not like super serious, but I think it's funny. I want to show you guys. So here's a video of Pete Carroll, longtime Seattle Seahawks head coach. There's a little video of him like playing quarterback in practice. What the hell? So, So anyway, Pete Carroll. So there's a video of him where he's playing quarterback in practice. He's taking the snap. He's doing the whole drop back and throwing the ball, and like it's just a cute little video, right? But like I couldn't help but notice, like when I was watching this video, I was like, bro, why? Like, okay, I understand he's old. He's old as fuck. Like he's like 71, 72 or something. He's one of the oldest head coaches. So like, dude, like, okay, I understand he's an old guy, but like, why does he look so awkward when he's shuffling back? Like that he has this awkward, like weird, like jerky shuffle when he's doing his quarterback drop back. And it's like, bro, like he literally looks like Joe Biden falling up the stairs. Like why does it look so much like Joe Biden, like old ass falling up the stairs, where he's like doing this awkward shuffle? And it's like, dude, come on, bro. Like, come on, Pete. Like, what? Come on, bro. Like, what you doing? What you doing, Pete? Come on, man. And like, it just made me laugh, dude. It's just so funny to me, dude. Like, it's just so, like, okay, I get he's old, bro. I get it, but like, he's like an in shape old guy. Like, he's like the most in shape old guy ever, dude. Like, somehow this guy is always just like, I think he actually is like a workout freak still. And he also has a video where he like takes his shirt off with DK Metcalf and he's like flexing and shit. Like, I love that kind of shit too. It's fucking great. But Pete Carroll, like, okay, bro, like, dude, hey, we got to work on that quarterback motion a little better, bro, because I'm telling you right now, the quarterbacks that you guys have on Seattle, you might need Pete Carroll to get behind center, bro. So like, it's looking so bad in Seattle. You might need Pete Carroll to be your quarterback, motherfuckers. So like, hey, I'm telling you right now, Pete Carroll, hey, you better work on that shuffle, my guy. You better work on that drop back, because you're probably going to be the starting quarterback, dude, at this rate. I'm like, dude, you're oh man, it's rough, bro. Like, hey, you have to work on that, motherfucker. So Oh, here's another video I want to show too. It's another like small thing, but I think it's kind of cool though. So, we've seen To, right? Terrell Owens. I'm sure most people know who Terrell Owens is, even if you're a younger guy, because he's like a legendary wide receiver from back in the day, right? Legendary wide receiver. Like this guy, like you don't really make guys like this, bro. Like he's a complete freak of nature guy. So there's a video that dropped of him where he's running a 40 against two other younger guys, a 40-yard dash. And from what it says that he runs a 4.4 on this 40-yard dash at 48 years old. At 48 years old, he's running a 4.4, right? That's what it says in the video, and that's what the time is. But of course, it's like an unofficial time. Like it's not like an NFL official time with the laser pointer and like everything, because it's not going to be as accurate. Like when somebody just has like the little stopwatch and they're doing that, it's not going to be as accurate, you know. But it like, so he calls it a 4.4. He claims it's a 4.4, but then he goes on I Am Athlete with Brandon Marshall and those boys, and they bring it up to him and they go like, hey man, like that 4.4 you ran on the 40-yard dash, huh? Like what's up with that, dude? Because like that's like a 4.7. Like it's like there's just a little clip of like them trying to call him out, being like, yeah, that's like a 4.7, bro. Come on, like that ain't no 4.4. And it's a funny little clip. I can actually put it right here for you if you want to see the little moment. So here you go.
4.38. That ain't real, T.
It don't matter. It's enough. I even told people whether it was 4.38, 4.4, whatever. I said that's unofficial. It doesn't matter. All I know is under 4.5. It's a 4.4 something.
4.58.
It don't matter. Well, you run a 4.78 then if that's the case. So if you want to race, your money is already lost.
So yeah, there's the clip. So it's just a little fun moment. It's like, yeah, okay, like it probably is like a 4.7, honestly. Like it's probably because it's unofficial, and I'm sure he's not actually running a 4.4. But we have seen this guy race Tyreek Hill a couple years ago, where he was pretty close. Like he wasn't too far off of Tyreek Hill in a race. And also even with this video, like clearly this dude's he's still in an insane shape. Like he's in insane shape still at 48 years old. And we've seen To that he's playing in that other football league, the one with like Johnny Manziel throwing to him or whatever. I actually don't even know. I haven't seen like anything in that league besides Terrell Owens, because like that's the only thing I really cared about that league. I was like, well, that's kind of cool. He's playing. But, dude, to me, I think that he should get a chance in the NFL. Like, I know a lot of people are like, no. Like, Terrell Owens, he's old, and stop. Like, he can't play anymore, man. But, dude, I don't know, bro. I feel like, of course, you're not going to have him as, like, your number one receiver. He's not going to be your starting guy or whatever. But, like, dude, you're telling me that, like, he said it himself, too. He was like, so you're telling me that, in red zone situations, specifically in short yardage situations, you're telling me that like I can't get open and I can't be effective? And like I agree. I'm like, dude, like, okay, the dude's like 6'4". He's massive. He has some of the biggest hands I've ever seen. He's massive, and like he's insane shape, and clearly he can still run. It's not 4.4 running, but like, dude, like the guy could still ball out. Like there's plenty of big receivers in the NFL that they run like 4.6s, 4.7s, and they get separation. They have no problem getting separation because and especially in short yardage situations, they're most effective. So or like in jump balls, 50-50s or whatever. So like, dude, you're telling me that To can't do that? I think he can, bro. Like I think he is capable of doing that. Like, bro, I want to see it. I actually want to see it. I would love for a team to give him a real opportunity to make the roster. Just make the roster and just be like a rotational guy at the least, dude. But I just want to see it, bro. And I want to see like in a goal line situation, if you can get To in there and like, bro, I'm telling you, dude, like he's in insane shape and he's 6'4". Like, bro, like he's gonna body any of these corners that are out here, especially because he's not gonna have a really good corner on him. You probably have like the fourth or fifth corner on him, dude. He's gonna burn that guy. Like, dude, And he's going to body him because he's 6'4". Like, bro, I want to see it. I think that would be super fun to watch, dude. Oh, God. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what you get for talking for an hour without stopping. Oh, God. Like my throat killing me, bro. I was feeling it earlier. I was like, man, my throat was really clenching up, dude, on the last couple topics. I was like, oh, man. Need to get a little of this coffee, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot better. But okay. That's really all the topics I had. That's all the videos I want to show you. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel. Trying to grow the channel here, trying to get some more subscribers and build a little community with all of us. And also, hey, like the video and put a comment down below. You know, if you want to comment on anything I talked about in this video, or you want, give me suggestions for what to talk about next, or something that maybe I missed and I didn't include in here. Maybe you want to let me know that, hey, put it in the comments, bro, because I respond to everybody in the comments. Like if you put a comment, I'm going to respond. So don't be afraid to put a comment, dude. I got you, bro. Like I got you. I'll respond to you. I want to build a community, and I want to interact with you guys. I want to interact with the people that are watching actually. So hey, subscribe, like the video, place a comment, dude. Hey, and also, so if you don't already know, the schedule for this podcast is going to be on Tuesdays. So during the whole season, I'm going to be releasing on Tuesday, and this one's going to go on Tuesday also. So that's a schedule. So if you're ever wondering when the next podcast is, it's going to be always on Tuesday. Like that's what I'm aiming for, is every single Tuesday, I'm getting a podcast out to you guys. And then I'm going to be posting clips. I'll be posting TikToks. You can also follow my social medias down below. My TikTok, I post a lot of good clips on there. I have an Instagram, but I haven't really done anything with it yet. I don't know if I really will. I don't know if I really should at this point. I don't know. Oh. I want to mention something else too. I almost forgot about this. Okay. So you might be so I've been doing this podcast on YouTube exclusively, ever since I started, right? But now I'm going to expand a little bit here. So, if you're listening to this on Anchor or Spotify, welcome. I'm glad you're listening. I'm glad you checked out the show. That's awesome. This is usually a YouTube podcast because this is the platform that I love, and this is where I can show videos of clips from the game, or show videos that I want to show you guys or whatever. And it, so I like the visual aspect of it. But if you guys just want to listen to the audio podcast and listen to it on Spotify or Anchor, that's totally cool. And and I'm really glad if you are listening on there and you made it this far. If you made it to the end of this video and you're actually even hearing this right now, thank you for that. Thank you for that already. I commend you for listening to me for a whole hour. So I know it's it's a lot, dude. So thank you for that too. But yeah, I'm gonna try to actually expand it a little bit more too, because I got on Spotify, got on Anchor for the audio, and I'm gonna try to get on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that you can listen to podcasts. I'm gonna try to get this podcast on. So any of the audio listeners, hey, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're listening. I'm gonna pay attention more to you guys too, and really keep posting. So I'm gonna post this episode on Spotify, Anchor. You're gonna see it on there. I'm going to get it out to everywhere. So I'm working on that. But of course, you can always come to YouTube. You can come right to the channel, and you can always see me here, because I'm always going to be on here. And I post religiously on TikTok. If you haven't seen the TikTok, go check it out. It's in the description of this video. Because I post on there almost every day. I'm always posting clips on there from the show, and just little stuff that I find or whatever. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Go check it out too. But hey, I'm hoping you guys having a good day. I hope you enjoyed the podcast, and I'll see you guys next time on Footballin'. Let's go. Woo!